Right, g'day again. Okay, what I got here is a job that should have been straightforward, pretty easy. Yeah, one I've done many times. But on this car, no, it's become rather difficult. Okay, I've had a wheel bearing go, and sorry to be running all over the place. Got new bearing, new seal, and yeah. Should actually have looked at the seal before I took the other one off, because I did make an error with that, which I'll show you in just a sec. Right. Most times, like, if we're going to replace a bearing, you have to take the cup out, and usually you tap it out. Usually I use a punch, like that, or like this, and yeah, just punch it out. Front one was easy, no problem. Get in there, you can get the punch in, yeah, behind the back of the bearing cup, no problem. Now, when you get to this back one, you can't get in behind it. Well, not easily anyway. And possibly if I had a decent bit for me slide hammer, I've got a slide hammer here, but I don't have a fitting suitable to get in there to hold it. Yeah, you need something quite thin to use a slide hammer. That's, yeah, it's got to be majorly strong, to like hardened steel, to be thin enough and strong enough to get in behind it. Anyway, so what I've done, just got a bit of bar, put a little bit of a bend in it, just here, and was able to get in behind it. But then what I found was the bar was just bending, yeah, further up. Couldn't really get onto it. I also had too much bend. I had that bent a whole lot more than that, and yeah, because of that bend, and probably because I'd already bent the steel and weakened it, that was causing the problem. So I had to make it a whole lot straighter. But as I said, and this is probably because I'd already bent the steel once, but yeah, it started, you can see the second bend. That's what happened when I tried to knock it out. It just bent in a new place. And anyway, so I've then had to go along and run some weld on it to reinforce it. And I also quenched it. Now, when you quench steel, you harden it. Also make it brittle too, but anyway, that's one way of hardening steel, is to get it majorly hot. So I probably could have just hardened this, but I didn't have any heat from my gas, any gas from my torch anyway to heat it. Don't have the fire going or anything, so yeah. I thought, well, I'll add some reinforcement on it, and that'll also get it glowing enough to quench it and yeah, harden up. Yeah, so this is what you have to do to get this thing out. Okay, you have to come in from the back. I haven't got that up enough to show you. Yeah, they come in from there so that it gets in behind it. You can see it has started moving, and it's more out now on that side. Have a couple of taps on this side, so now I've got to change to the other side. Give that a few taps. Yeah. Go back and forth until it comes out. And yeah, with the new bearing, I'll probably use this whole bearing to tap the new one in, and again you just sort of go. Unless you've got something that fits exactly on the edge, not touching this edge, not touching your bearing surface. If you've got like a socket or something that fits exactly on there, it's going to stay there, we can use that. But yeah, generally I just use the old bearing. I'll use the back end of this up against the face of the new one, and just tap around it with a hammer until it goes back in. But yeah, anyway, as I said, I have managed to move it now, but yeah, I had to make up my own tool to do it, and move slight bend a bit further than straight. Yeah, just enough to hook in behind it and it'll come out. Yeah, and yeah, as for grease and bearings, well, plenty of videos on that if you haven't already done that before, and yeah, how to tighten it up. Well, generally, you know, you tap them in and then you'll tighten it, do it up fully tight, then back it off a bit. I'll back it off quite a bit actually, and then just bring it up till it just gets pressure on it. Spin it, make sure it's not binding. You know, grab the disc with your hands, make sure it doesn't have any movement in it. So you want it just tight enough so you haven't got any movement, and no more. And as I said, yeah, make sure you grease it well. Get the grease right in amongst all the balls. Yeah, put an excess of grease in here before you put it together. That sort of, yeah, end around. I'll put it under your seal before you put the seal in. And having that extra grease around it sort of helps to stop the grease, you know, pushing out of your bearings and becoming dry. But, anyway, as I said, I had no intention of making a video on this, but because there was an issue, I just thought I'd make a quick one, show you how to get this thing off. Yeah, this is majorly stupid. Most cars, yeah, will have an access point, and they'll have a, you know, a cutaway or two cutaways so you can get something in behind the bearing and knock it out. But, yeah, as I mentioned before, I did make a boo-boo. You can see here, which other than might have unbalanced it slightly, but not going to cause an issue. But yeah, I thought that lip here was the actual seal, because one of my other cars, I think it's on the Holden, the outer tin, the seal comes right up over the edge. It looks just like that. And so I hit that with the chisel and, yeah, snapped a piece out of it. But, yeah, because I thought that was the lip of the bearing seal. Anyway, as I said, no great drama. Fortunately, I didn't do any more damage than that, but yeah, we'll get away with that. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you again. Bye.